Just a minute. Uh, So, respected Chairman, Dr. C.K. Tambadia ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gujarat Natural Farming Science University, and conveners and reporters, and all the participants, very good afternoon to all of you. So, today's lecture topic is agroecology based concept for organic and natural farming. And I think during the course of this conference, you have been introduced about the lot of information has been given about the organic as well as natural farming. So basically, both the organic and natural farming, both these farming practices are chemical-free farming practices. But when we see the differences between the organic farming and natural farming, then this natural farming is totally on-farm resource-based farming as compared to the natural organic farming, where we can use even purchase input we can also use. So that this is the main difference between the organic as well as natural farming. Other than this, this natural farming is also known as cow-based farming or livestock-based farming. And it is very soundly grounded with the agroecology as there are many principles where we integrate the diversified farming system. We integrate the local knowledge of the farmers. We recycle the on-farm resources, whatever resources are available with the farmers, we recycle, and we are mainly dependent on this. So by this way, we are reducing the dependence of the farmer at the market, and he is a self-reliance and self-sustained with the natural farming practices. And with this objective, even our Indian government also introduced this Bharatiya Prakartik Krishi Paddhati under PKBY scheme during 2020-21. And now there are many states where this natural farming is being adopted, and slowly it is spreading all over India. Though that this natural farming concept is very old, and even we can say that it is a age-old practice, and first popularized by the Japanese scientist and philosopher in mid 90s, mid 20s. But in India, Subhas Palekar popularized the different practices of the natural farming, and he started experimenting and doing some field experiment in Karnataka. And then later on, this Andhra Pradesh government popularized this natural farming at community in the form of community managed sustainable agriculture program. And from 2018, even Niti Aayog also discussed the scope of for the promotion of this natural farming. And many states like this Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, these are the leading states which are promoting this natural farming practices at the mass level. So at present in India, as per the Niti Aayog data, there are 11 states which are promoting this natural farming or practicing this natural farming, and with the area of 6.5 lakh hectares. And you can see that all the part of the country means you can see here that the north, south, east, west. So all the parts are having the natural farming. So definitely it is having the potential. It has the great scope in India to explore its area, and there are many benefits from the natural farming which we will discuss later on. And this Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, these three states are the leading. Other than this, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, so these all the states which are leading in the natural farming promotion. When we see the crops, what kind of crops are being cultivated under the natural farming, so here we can see that each and every type of crops, either it is cereal, pulses, legume, even plantation crops, even our fiber crops. So all kind of crops are being taken under this natural farming practices. So it is not restricted that only one kind of crops we can take under natural farming, and another kind of crops like so we can't take. So it is not the fact. So each and every type of the crops in at present farmers are taking under the natural farming. So we can take any kind of crop with the natural farming practices. But there are some requirement for the natural farming farms, that this farm should be based on the polycropping, or there should be intercropping. So this natural farming promotes the intercropping and polycropping instead of monocropping and monoculture or monovarietal concept. So here it integrates the tree components as well as the annual components. And except other than this, the use of synthetic agrochemicals are totally banned under the natural farming, though it is also banned under the organic farming. So it is strictly not allowed under natural farming. Then soil should be covered during the entire year. So mulching should be there. There should be the green cover should be there. So round the year crop cultivation should be there. So this is the integral requirement of the natural farming farm. Then instead of using these high yielding varieties or these hybrids, so natural farming promotes the local seed or traditional seeds, because these are the seeds which are available with the farmers. So it will be less costly as compared to the purchased high yielding variety seeds. Other than these are the more resilient, as well as more giving the more stability in the yield as compared to the high yielding varieties. That's why it is always suggested that under natural farming we should try to promote the local seed or traditional seed as compared to the high yielding varieties or seeds. Other than this, we also have to add the biostimulants to increase the soil microbial activity. So for that, there are different concoctions and decoctions which are used during the crop cultivation. Particularly, Jivamrit is a main concoction which is used for the soil as a biostimulant in the soil, and to increase the nutrient availability through the mineralization and decomposition of the different residues which are added in the farm. Then minimum tillage is also a integral component of the natural farming. So excess tillage is should be avoided under natural farming practices. Then livestock should be there. This integration of the livestock is mandatory, because we have to prepare different kind of concoctions as well as different kind of decoctions. For that, we need the dung and urine, and it will come from the livestock. So every time when we purchase any input from the market, then it will be always costly as compared to when it is on farm. So basically, these are the five wheel of the natural farming, or we can say the five pillars of the natural farming. So first one is the Bijamrit. Bijamrit is used for the seed treatment. So it is a microbial seed coating. So in which a formulation is prepared using the cow dung and urine and a small quantity of lime. And then this seed is treated with the Bijamrit. So we have also studied the effect of this Bijamrit on the germination of the different crops, and even we have also studied the biochemical characterization of the Bijamrit. So it is generally it is suggested that after 12 hours it should be applied. But in our research, it was found that after 4 to 5 days of its preparation, there is the maximum benefit of the Bijamrit application. So similarly, other ingredient is the Jivamrit, means it is used for the soil application, then mulching, and then optimum utilization of water. And then there is one more concept that is pre-monsoon dry sowing. Means this is the polycropping, or we can say the poly crop based green manuring. So these are the components, and here we can see that the multiple cropping or intercropping, it is already scientifically proven, but farmers are not applying this multi-cropping or intercropping due to some application limitation and due to the limitation of the machineries. Sometimes sowing and as well as harvesting machineries are not available with the farmers, so that's why they are not using this intercropping as well as this multi-cropping crops in their traditional or conventional farms. Otherwise, there is the scientific scientific proofs that intercropping and multiple cropping always gives the better resilience as compared to the monocropping. Then similarly, the mulching has the multiple benefits. It conserves the soil moisture, as well as it also reduces the weed growth, and also aid the organic matter in the soil. So it is also scientifically proven, but in the some places there are limitation of availability of organic or crop residues. So this is also scientifically proven. So these are the components which are suggested in the natural farming. So many of them are scientifically proven, and there is no doubt that with the use of these practices, definitely farmer will get the better productivity as well as better soil health. Other than this, there are some prophylactic pest control measures. So in which use of different botanical decoctions are suggested, and some of these decoctions are already established, but many of them are their scientific evaluation is under process, and we have to identify what is the chemical ingredient which is controlling the pest or diseases, and how it is increasing the crop tolerance to the pest and diseases. So this is also under scientific evaluation. And there is one more concept, that PMDS. So multiple varied cropping based natural this organic farming. So it is also scientifically proven, but availability of the seed, and sometimes use of single type of green manuring is in practice. That's why it is not practice. Otherwise, there are many benefit of this multivariate crop based green manuring. So this here you can see that we have characterized the biochemical characterization we have done for the Bijamrat, and we found that total bacteria, total free living nitrogen fixers, phosphorus solubilizer, and even the indole acetic acid was highest after 5 days of incubation instead of 1 or 2 days of its incubation. So generally, it is suggested that after 1 or 2 days of its incubation, we should use for the seed treatment. But in our study, we found that after 4 or 5 days, there is a highest microbial population and highest this growth promoting hormones are there. So instead of using 1 or 2 days, it is better to use after 4 or 5 days of its incubation. So there are other components for the Jivamrit and Ghan Jivamrit. So these are the ingredients which are used for the preparation of Jivamrit and Ghan Jivamrit. So cow dung and cow urine and jaggery, besan, and undisturbed soil. So this dung and undisturbed soil act as a source of microbes. Then jaggery and pulse flour is used as a source of energy and growth. And this jaggery, besan, and cow urine, it's also provide the different nutrients and organic acids to the microbes. So these are the ingredient, and I think Dr. Rajput will explain in detail about these ITKs in the next lecture. So generally, it is suggested that Jivamrit should be applied after 1 week of its preparation. And there are many reports in which it is suggested that after 8 to 10 or 11 days, there is highest bacterial population. So that's why it is suggested that Jivamrit should be applied after 1 week of its preparation. But it also depends on the season. So during the winter season, it may take longer time to reach the highest microbial population. And during the summer season or during the rainy season, there may be the shorter period in which you can get the higher microbial population. So depending upon the situation or season, we can also change the time of its application. So during the rainy season and during the summer season, instead of applying 7 or 8 days, we can even apply after 4 or 5 days of its preparation. But during the winter season, we may go for after 1 week of its preparation. So other than this, we have also studied the difference between the urine of cow urine as well as buffalo urine. So it was found that the cow urine is having the more microbial diversity as compared to the buffalo urines. That's why it is always suggested that we should use the desi cow urine or cow urine instead of buffalo urine for the preparation of this Jivamrit, Bijamrit, and Ghan Jivamrit. And but other than this, we have also studied one more study we have conducted, and we evaluated the difference with the use of the desi cow and these exotic cow dung and urine. So we could not find any significant difference in the microbial population with the use of desi cow as well as with the use of this exotic cow. So still research is required, detailed study is required. But in the preliminary study, it was found that among the different cows, there is no much difference, but there is significant difference in the cow and buffalo urine in terms of microbial diversity. And for the preparation of this Jivamrit, even we have used the soil from the different forest. So North Bengal soil, Salboni forest soil, and Sundarban forest soil we have taken as a base material at the time of the preparation of this Bijamrit and Ghan Jivamrit, this Jivamrit and Ghan Jivamrit. And here you can see that free living nitrogen fixers, phosphorus solubilizer, and potassium solubilizing bacteria are significantly differing with a different forest soil. So even our soil, whatever soil we are using at the time of the preparation of Jivamrit, is also affecting our final product. So we should always try to ensure that we should always use a soil which is having the higher microbial diversity. So that's why it is always suggested that we should use the virgin soil or forest soil, because there is higher microbial diversity as compared to our field crops or our cultivable fields. We have through our network program on organic farming, we have studied the effect of this Jivamrit application, foliar application on the wheat crop and other crops also. So here I am discussing only one case study. So we have taken the different concentration of this Jivamrit, 4%, 6%, 8%, and 10%. And with the recommended dose of the nitrogen, which was supplied through the FIM vermicompost and neem cake. So it was organically managed field. And additionally, we have applied this Jivamrit with the different concentration. And two spray were done at the time of this maximum tillering, as well as at booting stage. So it was found that with the application of this Jivamrit, even there is increase of 14% productivity of wheat. So definitely this shows that Jivamrit have some beneficial effect, and even our conventional farm as well as our organic farm, we can integrate such type of concoctions for increasing the productivity as well as the soil microbial diversity we can increase with the use of Bijamrit. So now it is earlier there was concept how to apply our this natural this Jivamrit in the field. So with the foliar spray. So now even in the drip irrigation system, lot of structures are available, and with that we can use Jivamrit with the irrigation water in the drip irrigation system also. And regarding to PMDS concept, because there is a mixture of different kind of seed and at the same time, so it will take the nutrients from the different layer, and when we will incorporate it in the upper layer, then we will get the maximum benefit.
Dr. Sum up, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So one committee was constituted by the ICAR to evaluate this natural farming practices, and the committee suggested that from where this nitrogen comes in the natural farming. So it was found that different practices contribute different proportion of the nitrogen in the natural farming, but during the initial period, still there is a lack of 31% of the nitrogen as per crop nitrogen requirement. So during the initial period, because we are converting from the conventional system to the natural farming system, so our soil fertility is not up to the mark, so that can sustain our crop productivity. So initial period, we can apply some more FIM or any other organic matter to just to sustain our soil fertility and to build up our soil fertility and to increase the resilience in the field. So here we can see that when we compare the two scenario, irrigated scenario where high input and high yield is there, as compared to the rain-fed scenario where low input and low yield is there. So under the rain-fed and dry land condition, even during the conversion period also, we can get the better productivity under organic as well as in the natural farming. So it is also, there is a need to identify the niche area where initially we have to promote this natural farming, and then later on we can expand this. As Niti Aayog says that by the 32, we have to convert our 20% of area under organic and natural farming. So other practices like this mulching as well as intercropping, these should be there to get all the benefit of the natural farming. IIFSR have done some work, like we have conducted natural farming experiment in the basmati rice feed system. Other than this, we are now evaluating this natural farming in 8 different cropping system in different agroclimatic zone in 16 states from Kharif 2020. Even we are doing this geotech characterization of natural farming farmers. We are doing this biochemical characterization of the natural farming imports prepared from the dung and urine of the native HM and its mixture. Even we are doing this some on-farm experimentation we are also doing, and capacity building activities are also being taken by ICR IIFSR through its All India Network program on organic farming scheme. So these are the activities we are taking under NPO scheme. So here we can see that there are many potential benefits of the natural farming, which are very important for the sustaining our agroecology as well as for the climate resilience. So there are many third-party evaluation where it was found that at farmers field there was improvement in the yield, as well as there is minimizing cost of production and increased income. So there are many studies, many field level studies were found where higher income was found, and it was also increasing the soil health. Better soil health is also found there, and because there are many practices which reduces the water consumption, means our mulching is a practice which reduces the requirement of the water. And other than this, above all, it is among the climate resilient practices, this natural farming is also one of the climate resilient practices which has been identified by the different agencies. So other than this, there are some researchable issues because we have initiated some characterization work, but in detail, microbial characterization work is needed. Whole package based system change is required. We have to study how this whole system is changing. We need to develop the whole package is required. Then controlled, replicated and randomized field trials are required, because our institute has started work for the field crops, but there are other crops, other like plantation crops, and other than this, the vegetable based crops. So where we also need some controlled and replicated trials. And other than this, the standards for the natural farming, though it is draft is ready, but it's not still it is not in use. So standards and its certification process is also one of the key researchable issues for the researchers. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.